it for you.
We're live, by the way.
Oh.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to tonight's episode of Oodvin. Happy to have you. Episode 37. Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Cool. So let's start off with some introductions. Hello, everyone. My name is Maxwell Williams. I'm the DM for this session, and I play a whole bunch of cool and interesting characters, including a relatively friendly archfey by the name of Offensia.
I can never tell if these characters are gonna show up this session or if he's just baiting us.
I am Connor McGinley, and I'm gonna pick up from there. I play a character called Lily Pembroke, who's a ranger fighter, and she loves stabbing things, but she had a little bit of a bonding moment last session, so maybe there is some redemption to be had down the line.
Hello, I am Dane Brancato, and I play Zephyr Windstrider, the College of Swords air genasi bard of the group. And little fun fact about Zephyr this week is he has a lot of explaining to do and a big apology to give.
Hi. I think I'm next. My name is Julie Risto, and I play Octavia Lagazur, the half-orc swashbuckling rogue. And, we're all feeling something. It's all something. I think we still have a little bit of something to get over at the very beginning of the session, after our heart-to-heart in the last. But, I'm an arm. That's it. That's
Sweet.
I can go real quickly. Hi everybody. My name is Sam Rinaldi, and I play Winnie Winslow, the Twilight Cleric, and I'm currently in a vaporwave. Ooh.
rocking it there.
So I might disappear for a minute or two to fix that, but yeah.
Sweet.
Hello, my name is Aaron Borden. I play the character of Februm Cask, the Simic hybrid blood fighter. I don't have anything prepared to say.
Welcome to the session.
Fantastic.
And I'm Drew Borden. I play Aldrich Bernask, the human artificer paladin boy. He's old. That's what I prepared for you today.
Wow.
Oh,
Everyone is
great
doing
start. Great start.
fantastic.
Okay.
Okay.
Let
Really
me
hitting
do
us
it
with
for
those
you.
hard-hitting questions, huh, Drew?
Let's do a quick recap of what has gotten us to this point. So coming into their second weekend, I think, right? Yeah. No? First?
Yeah, I don't
Second
know.
weekend.
Okay, a second.
I only
I
have
think.
one thing checked. No,
We've only
this
had
is-
one.
This is
I
the
think we've
second
only had
weekend.
one
Oh my
set of
Yes,
god.
classes.
This is the
the
first
second
weekend
weekend.
between classes. Wow.
Mhm.
We haven't made it to week 2
Yay!
yet. Okay.
It's been a
Yeah.
lot.
We've only rolled for classes once.
Once.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's been a heavy weekend.
Cool.
You
I
right, you
definitely
right.
thought you were a week ahead.
Tightly packed
Anyway,
weekend.
so coming into their second weekend and off of a fresh win in a game called Shatterball against Morning Dew, the party had many different emotional conversations, interactions, bits of loss and betrayal, stuff along those lines. It's kind of become an everyday thing for this party. But party finally came together and decided to somewhat willingly divulge all secrets and pieces that they've been keeping from each other in kind of a very emotional, distraught but awakening experience. Yeah. In which the party kind of realized that they're all fighting for the same thing. But I think a few words might still need to be said, and after that, the next week is on the forefront. So, with that, I turn it over to you. Is there anyone that has any last kind of words or conversation pieces that they wanted to tack on to the end of this kind of long discussion?
Gosh, it really seems like we've gotten everything out into the open now, and no one has anything else left to say, right?
It really does.
Maybe. I have something else to share, maybe. Possibly.
Fantastic.
Octavia kind of like looks down and then she kind of just like pets Perseus. He's probably near her. She's sitting like at the edge of the bed, or at the edge of her bed. You know, emotional support familiar. And she's kind of. So, question, show of hands. Actually, this will make it easy. What do you all know who the Silinovni is? The Silent One. Show of hands.
Silinovni?
Sorry.
I think I read about it once, but not.
The Silinovni is the protector of my people. It is known in the common tongue as the Silent One. Watcher of the lake. The reason why you don't disturb the waters because it's the Silent One's domain. That's why it's called the Silent Lake.
Oh well, yes.
Does the Silent One go by any other names?
I don't know. I can ask next time we talk.
Like Steve or something that's a little easier to remember?
No, I just Silinovni is.
Maybe not
Good.
Steve, I guess, but
Perhaps
like
maybe
not.
Ned.
I'll ask him the next time he decides to invade my dreams.
Does
They're both
I just
Ned.
Oh, Ned.
Or Ned, it's the same person.
I
Those
I
were
just
horrible.
remember doing some research on the creature in the lake and came up with the name Kuruda.
Yes.
Kuruda the Countless, I believe it was.
I'm assuming I would know this. Perhaps. Make a decision, Max. Do I?
Here comes one of those decisions you have to make.
No, you gotta roll for it. You gotta roll for it.
Do I?
That's how this shit works.
Give me a history check.
Dear God. Oh, that's a nat 20 on my new dice. Let's go.
Let's go.
I think that fuck.
Make it a
It's
19.
probably
just
be
so
something
you
that
know.
you've maybe heard once
Mm.
in like a really, really old religious text that your mother would have owned. She probably would have been something that she was like actively repairing and preserving.
Okay.
And maybe like you got into it once and like flipped through a page and saw Kuruda the Countless.
Okay.
But you definitely get the inclination that this is a name that's been lost to time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Octavia just kind of looks at Februm and she's like you can see the cogs turning in her head as she's like, yes, that one. And she's like, so yeah, I have been so lovingly given a title. It is the Ilkra Rosilanovni, which basically means I am an arm of the Silent One. I don't know what it means. We're gonna figure this out together now since
You're an
everything's out in the
arm?
open.
You're an arm?
An arm. Like,
An-
you know, I have an arm. I've
An
got two
arm.
arms.
Oh.
I've got two arms.
Cool.
So do you.
Aw.
Well, maybe you have four if you've got a body somewhere.
I suppose it's better than being a leg.
Yes, you know, a leg would be terrible, but I don't think it's kind of like giant lake monster, lots of tentacles, so technically no legs, just it's all arms.
Right.
All
So-
arms.
As an
Maybe that's
arm,
because its legs are elsewhere.
As an
Guys, it's not funny. You're all making fun of the way that she sounds.
Octavia's just kind of like,
I
I've never
exist
been
as a
made fun of.
being that has a hard time understanding certain words sometimes, and I'm allowed to express that I don't know what she said.
Al's just being an ass.
I don't care about that. We'll come back to that.
Lily, you're
We'll come
far
back
too
to that.
receptive. I don't know if I believe that.
Yeah, I
Octavia's
can
like,
hear what she said, but I didn't understand it.
my accent's never been made fun of before.
I'm not making fun of. Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
She just kind of looks down and she's like, oh.
I think we all just needed a little bit of a uplifting after
Does
the
anyone know any
emotional
jokes?
Did you mean
conversations.
did you mean I could lend you an arm?
No. Yes. As an arm, are you? Does that mean it controls you?
Oh goodness, no. If it did, I would have done something else. I promise you. No, from what I understand and from what I could make heads or tails of my dream.
Or tentacles.
Or tentacles, yes, very good, Axel. It could mean that from the visions that it allowed me to see, it wants protection, like it wants a future where the devouring doesn't exist. So, again, common goal, but it is kind of the protector of the lake, the spirit guardian, essentially, of my people. So
it's probably not evil.
probably not.
unlike
No,
the
in
little
fact,
worm
we
guy.
all kind of revere the Silent One. So
How'd you like hear what he had to tell you if he's silent?
that's not the point, love.
But it's
It's-
important to know.
If I remember like the stories and stuff correctly, it has more to do with the way that he swims through the water, and less to do with how he speaks.
Axel?
That would make sense.
in the
Wait, also,
future,
you
Can
like,
I-
raise your hand?
you want to go get lunch sometime, Axel? You wanna? I'll treat you. I'll pay.
Oh yeah, I mean like Axel kind of like has this moment, and he's like, "Yeah, I think I've talked to Karuda before."
Yeah, Octavia's like, yeah,
I'm
you wanna
sorry,
go get
I'm sorry, the
you wanna go get lunch sometime? We could talk about this like in depth. I don't want to
I feel
take
like
away
this is
from
something
everyone's
We should all get lunch then.
time.
I mean,
That-
like, I'm pretty sure I said that like I've been to like Aofic before, but it was like a
Yeah.
really long time ago.
I guess we didn't fully understand how long that was, but I'm going to guess now it was
Mhm.
a significant amount of time.
I mean, I thought when I said the whole thing about like where's the sun, like that was kind of implied.
Right before.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's like a collective like, oh.
Oh
yeah.
Except for
That
Lily.
would make
She's,
sense.
Like, got her head tilted and blinking, like, what?
Do you mean that Karuda is then pre-sun Gani business?
I mean, yeah. Axel's looking around like this wasn't common knowledge. Like, what?
Axel, love, you're talking to a group of people who this world, the way that it is right now, this is all we've ever known.
Yeah, that's why I'm so confused why you don't know what's going on.
Well, maybe not Al.
I never know
I'm
what's
not-
going
I-
on,
I-
Axel.
I'm not that old.
The one person that he would have thought.
No, but, like,
Al would have known.
yeah, I mean, like, Aofic has been kind of like a center point. It was like a big capital at one point.
And now there's only 3 cities left.
Yeah.
Huh.
But we knew that part.
Right. Well, no, that was knowledge that we had
Yes.
previously. Well, I do want to unpack that at some point. I don't know if right now is the exact best time. We've kind of had a really long heart-to-heart, and I don't know about you, but I'm feeling very emotionally exhausted. But Axel, put that on the back. Put that on the back fire, and we'll reconvene
Yeah,
in the near
totally.
future to talk about what you know, what knowledge you can share with us about the problems we're having.
Will do.
Another thing, actually. I never got to share Lily what I had found in the book that we got from the vault. Though a lot of it was different runes and markings that I don't recognize per se. It did come with a map. And he kind of like opens his notebook and like shows the map to everyone, pointing out a spot in the middle of each of the 3 cities, or between all 3 of the cities, marked with Ember's Blaze, but nothing else past that.
Fascinating.
So what is Ember's Blaze?
Yes.
I'm unsure, but considering the name and its location,
I'm not that bright, but even I can kind of surmise that maybe that's where Blazadin's headquarters is.
or
I-
something.
Oh, because it's like where Ember's Blaze. Eden.
Yes.
Oh, Ember's Blaze
Cool.
in a den. Ember's
I don't-
Blazadin. I got it. I got it.
Well,
Ah,
that's a wrap.
that's
we
campaign
all
over.
we all draw our own conclusions in our own ways.
So should we go there?
Right now.
I am
Like,
not
right, maybe next
equipped.
weekend.
I am not equipped. I do not want this.
awesome.
And
I don't-
last time I said I didn't want something, and then we did something. It did not turn out well.
I'm
So
just
I'm gonna-
asking.
I'm
I'm,
gonna
not
trust-
saying we're going.
We'll get there.
Safe to keep that in the back of our mind for now.
Well, on the bright side, if we do something that Octavia says not to, no one's gonna get disowned this time.
That,
Kind of,
Uh-huh.
those chips
A
are
little
already-
that's a little
Right.
too. I think Octavia at that point is going to. I don't know. Do I have like paper or something like by my bed?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a sheet of paper and crumple it into a ball and then throw it at Zephyr's face.
Zephyr was clearly like trying to cope there for a second, so you can see like a pain
No.
look on his face.
No
still.
copium for you. You're just being an asshole. Just throws it at his face. Just like too soon.
For me, yeah.
It's not about you. It's not all about you.
I mean, it's a little bit about him, right?
We'll figure it out. Altogether, I think we all understand at this point that everyone's goals are the same, and there's nothing more than we want to keep each other and those that we hold dear safe.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely think transparency is important from here on out. Between the lot of us.
Secrets are deadly,
Yes.
and when our actions have consequences that reflect on our party, I think that constitutes being in constant communication, not like always speaking, just being clear. All right, team break. I need some food or some vodka, and she just like she like gets off her bed and she's like, I'm gonna go find find a drink.
What time did we end up doing this? Was it
This
at
was, like-
night or
It was
did?
night, I think.
It was Sunday
I-
evening.
Yeah.
It was
I
Sunday
remember
I
evening.
didn't know
We still got a
when
little bit
Zephyr
of time.
actually got back. I couldn't remember.
Let's say started at like 8, so it's like 9:30 now.
Wow.
It's not that bad.
I actually do think the conversation lasted for about an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds
And a lot
right.
of it
Yeah,
was tense,
probably.
awkward silence of just them sitting around in a circle, like.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like 9:30.
Hmm.
Maybe getting close to 10 after people have taken a second to like decompress. It's late.
I would like to talk to Lily.
I would like to
If
talk to
that's
Winnie.
okay.
You want to talk over a drink, or do you want to like talk?
It could be either. We could talk over a drink. No, we should probably talk here, actually.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm not trying to like keep this from anybody, but just go to like a quieter part of the room if people are doing things.
Mhm.
We move like 2 feet over. Okay.
Yeah,
Now that we're in private.
Okay.
As people kind of start like dispersing, walking away, I think Febron will kind of like slowly get up and be like, I do wish some point in the near future, I do wish to speak to each and every one of you separately, just to kind of help compile information for my own research, and hopefully research that'll help you all. But
Februm?
first, huh?
You feeling up for a drink?
Sure.
on.
All right.
Oh, maybe you and Axel can all go together, and then you can get a lot of information.
True.
I believe that would be very helpful.
Cool, yeah.
Octavia waves Axel over too. She's like, "Come on."
And,
Drinks, yeah.
Me and Lily can meet you out later, probably, unless you want to do something else, Lily.
Oh, I love staying up late on school nights.
School night, schmool night. We can have a good time.
Be fine. It's only 10 o'clock.
Zephyr,
I mean,
9:30.
now it won't be later.
Zephyr and Winnie,
Fine.
where are the two of you headed for your conversation?
Well, it seems that we've landed upon two people.
Properly
Probably
divided.
just, like, on
Oh,
the
wow.
balcony.
What was that?
What?
I said probably just like on our little balcony. Zephyr would probably close the doors behind him to give him at least a little bit of privacy.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's more sweaty talks.
All right. So let's start with Lily and Al first, and then we'll go Winnie and Zephyr, and then do a little bit of conversation with the other three, and kind of have people filter in.
Okay. So, Lily, I wanted to apologize. I feel as though I came on pretty strong and unreasonable about you working with the Eclipse. And especially after you pointed out me and the worm's relationship. Yes, I wanted to say I'm sorry.
Al, it's okay. I completely expected people to be confused and probably upset. But I also don't want you to think that it's without reason.
That is actually the other thing I wanted to ask. I myself don't trust the Eclipse at all. And I was wondering if you could help me to see what you see.
Do you feel it's important for you to trust the Eclipse?
maybe not to completely trust them, but to ease my own worries a little bit. And you can take care of yourself, I know, but just in case you ever need any help, it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have another person in there.
What do you mean by that? You just are you asking to be closer to the eclipse?
I guess so.
Um,
Yes, I'm not really sure what helping me see looks like, but it could just be talking.
well, I don't know if I can let you talk to them, because they'll probably be kind of mad at me for bringing this up in the first place.
That's fair.
Maybe if you just wander over there on your own, but that doesn't really help the problem that you had. So, yeah. What are you concerned about? Can I don't know if I can tell you something that I didn't already say.
Yes. Well, my only interactions with them are when me and Zephyr went down to try to help Winnie when she fell in the sewer. That one of their robots constructs attacked us, and then we were chained to a chair, and Winnie was getting a blood transfusion, which started this whole process. It wasn't a good first impression.
I mean, wouldn't you be on your guard too if you were a criminal?
Yes, I guess that's the other thing. You you keep saying they're criminals. And,
Criminal is just what society says. So, it's kind of just... if they know that the rest of society doesn't accept them, then they would probably assume that anyone coming down there is gonna mean them harm.
yes.
Because other than us accidentally showing up, it was only Februm's parents, and they did kinda a
They
lot
did.
of damage.
Yes, they did come in guns blazing. To be fair, me and Zephyr kind of did too.
I'm not saying that it's excusable, and I'm not saying they're good about their mission, but I don't think they're completely irrational. I think they can be talked to and negotiated with. And I think we can gain from them.
I guess so. Yes, yeah.
I can see that you're still concerned, but I guess the only other thing I can think of... my friendship is to you all first. I would never do anything that I thought would put you all in harm's way.
Okay.
If it came to choosing between you and the Eclipse, there's no competition. But as long as it doesn't seem like what I'm doing is directly harmful, I don't see the harm.
All right. I appreciate that. That does make me feel better. If you ever need any help, just of course let us know.
Thank you, Al.
You're welcome. I guess let's go meet them, or I'll go
Yay!
if you want to. Yeah.
Sweet. Two of you head out. Zephyr and Winnie, what do you say as you step
Yay.
out onto the balcony? Crisp evening.
I gotta go.
The wind blows. Oh, okay. Cool.
Sorry, I gotta like go for a second.
Oh.
I'll-
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Sweet. Okay.
Alright.
Just wake me up
Before you go.
before you do.
So I can
Okay.
head out riding solo.
Just gotta adjust a few people's
That was
things.
smooth.
Jitterbug.
Okay. So, Winnie, Zephyr, what are you talking about?
So they head out to the
Falcone.
Hey, Winnie. So, look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about what I said in there. As soon as it came out, it kind of clicked. When I said that I'm all alone, I was thinking from a place of grief. I was thinking that I'm the last Windstrider. As far as I know, my parents didn't have any siblings. And for a split moment, I kind of got caught up in the fact that I lost the last person I had, and at least that's what I thought. And then it clicked. It clicked that I've got the party. More importantly, I've got you. And this whole thing, I don't know why I reacted like that, why I said those things, because clearly that hurt you guys, that hurt you primarily, and it's just downright not true. You, if anything, you would understand more about what I'm going through than I would, let alone probably anyone else in the party, if not a good majority. What I guess what I'm trying to say is that I know that I'm not alone, and I know that you're there for me, and I know that I messed up and said things that I shouldn't have. And I know that it hurt you, and I'm horribly sorry for that. Winnie, you mean the world to me, and I don't want to let this one... Well, I don't want to say small, because it's not small. I don't want to let this one mistake take away the last thing that really, really matters to me.
As Zephyr pauses, the wind blows through across the tower. Winnie, you feel your hair kind of blow to the side.
His
little
hair's still kind of limp, so
picturesque.
it goes with the wind this time.
It moves with. There's a shot from like the sky looking at the balcony.
Oh my gosh, what in the shoujo manga?
I know, right? Probably for the first time ever, this is the first time any of you would have seen Zephyr's hair actually go with the wind instead of against it. So he looks like an anime husbando. So anyone out there, fan art, man's is looking clean.
Sorry, I just gotta. My mom just texted me about my brother. Didn't mean to leave. Anyway, she kind of like has like a little smile. She's trying not to be like too outwardly like about it, but she like smiles and it's okay, Zephyr. I kind of took it.
Okay.
I probably took it a bit more personally than was probably reasonable. This whole night
you
specifically,
took it
but
pretty right. I wouldn't say that you took it poorly. It was kind of out of pocket.
all of my emotions are just very spiked. So but yeah, it's, you know, there's kind of comfort in shared loss. I mean, I know what it's like to lose a sibling, but it's not just me or you. I think just about everybody here knows what it's like to lose family. So it may feel like you're the only Windstrider, but you're not necessarily alone either. I don't know if that necessarily helps, but you know.
Zephyr tries to hold back tears, but like he holds it back enough where he's not sobbing, but he's just got one bit of tears like rolling down his face.
Aww. She'll go up to him and just kind of do one of those, you know, move.
He just like brings her in for a big hug.
Aww. She's like frozen for a second before giving him a tight hug back. And, you know, maybe there's a good chance that maybe both our siblings are still out there. Somehow. I mean, I don't know for sure that my brother is, you know, dead. So.
That's true.
I mean, maybe she's still out there somewhere. You never know.
Well, if I've learned anything from this past couple months, it's that literally anything is possible. We fought God. And won.
Kinda.
Technically, we did. So, maybe, you know.
Yeah.
You're so
Yeah. Oh, by the way, actually, scratch that. I'll bring it up when we all get there for drinks.
Oh yeah, we're drinking.
Don't drink a lot, Zephyr. Okay? I don't want to... I get it's a rough night, but I also don't want to have to carry you home, especially now that... I guess I could carry you on the new broom, but like...
Yeah.
That's not an excuse, though. That's not an encouragement to drink yourself silly.
I'll make you a deal, okay? I won't drink too much, unless Octavia challenges me. Or Lily, or anyone.
Yeah, I don't know if I can accept that.
I won't drink too much, except for the narrow circumstance of anyone in the world challenging me.
I don't.
It doesn't even have to be a challenge about drinking. If
protect
it's
my
just like a
honor, you know?
challenge, I gotta drink.
I can't accept that. We got classes tomorrow.
That's fair. Maybe I'll do better at cooking if I'm
No,
over.
no.
Okay. Let's go get some drinks.
The
Okay.
And Zephyr is gonna jump off the balcony.
What?
No, he's not. I already used my levitate.
Do you have
I
feather
said
fall?
it.
You said it. Do you have
Okay,
feather
Yeah,
fall?
I got
You
feather
st-
fall.
yeah, okay, I was about to say.
It's
I was
'cause
like-
you
I was
already
like-
said it.
When he sees you fall, and she's like, he has levitate. No, he doesn't. And she gets up the room, and she'll go grab him as he's feather falling to the ground.
You like rocket down as Zephyr like remembers he has feather fall, throws a little magic up, and just like his pants kind of bellow out a little bit as he begins to parachute down.
I like to think he's like being super cocky, like he's got his arms up. There goes my chair.
It was exactly like that.
That's it.
Yeah, just like that.
That's it.
Beautiful.
I like to
knew
think
it
he's
would
coming
happen.
down like from the sky like that, and she's like, "You fucking idiot!" And she like moves the broom slightly so he doesn't land on it, and it's just going to the ground like that. And he's like, "What, Winnie?" She's like,
Ready.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I know it's not picking up on the mic, but I can hear him laughing from down here.
Who?
Dane.
Dane?
My chair was broken.
We knew it happened. It was just it wasn't
was
a matter of
time.
Oh,
Just a
God,
matter of
that's why I'm
time.
on Twitch now.
Find it here first, folks.
But with that, you both glide down to the bottom and probably run into Al and Lily as they take the normal lifts down, step out the front door. They see Zephyr and Winnie just kind of skyrocket down, landing next to them on the cobblestone.
What? Why'd you do that?
He's not thinking straight, and he's walking home. You get drunk, you're walking home.
Oh, God. Yeah, I deserve that one. Cashed out of my broom rides for the day, huh?
The four of you move onwards. But as you kind of move, Winnie, you kind of catch a glance at your fingertips.
Motherfucker, I forgot about him.
And you see painted over almost like a second coat. You've got this kind of light, it's kind of a mixture of white and lavender sparkle that's almost been painted over the crimson like a second coat.
Interesting.
Just like a sheen. And as you turn to join with the rest of us, as you had texted me earlier this week, you feel something watch you. And as you kind of turn around to look at whatever was trying to look at you, whatever was trying to spy on you, it's already gone. And you just get the familiar sense of family.
Great. Yay.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this was the Fast and the Furious.
That it always has been.
Family. It's all about family.
Honestly, isn't that every D&D campaign ever?
Hey, it's a trope for a reason. But anyway, the other group does make it to the bar a little sooner than everyone else. I'm assuming you're going to... Is it
Stick and
Stick and
Poker?
Poker?
That only makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
That-
kind of our
that was the
it's kind of our
assumption.
hangout.
It's
It's our
our-
hangout at
one of
this
the
This
place.
is our local haunt now.
Yeah.
So you get there a little sooner.
I've got a punch card. 10 times I get a free drink.
The orcish
You
individual
hit 10 punches and you get a free drink, or
behind the bar punches your cards.
Yes. Canada.
Brings out double shot of whiskey as well as a fruity like drink.
Oh.
It's just like a little bit of each.
Octavia just kind of winks at him. Thanks, love.
Just nods his head. Gets the rest of you drinks as well, but you have a moment to kind of sit down and talk before everyone else shows up.
Sorry, love. I didn't mean to cut you off, but you kind of look like you could use a drink.
It's been a long day. I will agree.
For everyone.
Mm.
Axel, has it been a long day?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Long day. Well,
I mean, everyone
here's
talking
the-
about stuff
yes. Lots of talking.
Mhm.
that I definitely didn't know about.
It's alright, Axel. You're not going to get into trouble, at least not with this crowd. Octavia's always got like one eye on him. AKA Perseus is like
just
weaving
dead-eyed
between his...
on him.
Yeah, Perseus is like in between his feet.
Doesn't matter that he's older; it's still his task.
Nope. Still his task. He's kept it dutifully. Octavia kind of like picks a drink. Roulette. Hold on. I should roll that. I have a D6, don't I? Where's she at, Joe?
2 shots of vodka.
She grabbed the whiskey. That is what she grabbed.
Yeah.
And she just kind of raises the glass and she's like, "Well, here's to a shitty day, but better tomorrows."
Mhm.
Yeah. Picks up a glass as well.
She and the whiskey's just a shot, right? Is that what you said?
It's technically a double neat, but
Oh, okay.
it'd
Okay.
be a little bit of a mouthful. But here's
Bro,
the thing:
it's gone.
it's not like for Octavia.
It's nothing.
This isn't normal.
Yeah, this is a normal shot for Octavia. She drinks doubles on the daily, so she just bump, it's gone. And then she's like, "So you wanted to talk to each one of us individually. I hope you don't mind that Axel's here too, but he has a lot of information to share, as we've all found out."
I'm sure he knows quite a lot of the questions that I'm going to ask already. I suppose I really didn't have too many for you. Just more clarification on Karuda, specifically, like if you know if it has any direct goals.
Well, when I had my dream, or was it a nightmare? I mean, constantly staying at a point of like, am I drowning? Am I not drowning? Never mind. That's not important. She just kind of clears her throat and then grabs for the next drink. And she's just like, well, you might be interested to find out that at one point there was a civilization underneath the lake.
Interesting.
And then
different or similar to the one under the city?
I wouldn't know that. There's a civilization under the city.
The one where the cult was gathered in?
My love, I was not here for that.
You weren't here
I
for
was
that.
not here for that, so
Correct.
I have no
Right.
idea what you're talking about. Yep. So I can neither confirm nor deny that
Alright,
it
well-
is similar and or different from what you were referring to. But it's old, is from what I can see. And the Silanovni, or I guess Karuda, was its protector, and they revered it as a god of some sorts, or at least their guardian, which is what the lake folk have called the Silent One since as long as I can remember. And then I saw some sort of what I can only assume was the devouring. Oh my word, we are losing people left and right.
Left and right.
We're
Maybe
Not to interrupt the middle of that conversation, but I think
Yeah.
we'll jump to a quick 10-minute break while we try to get some things figured out.
Woo!
We'll be back in a second. All right.
big one.
Okay, we're back. Okay, so where were we? Februm and Octavia were talking.
Yes.
Interrupted a little bit mid-conversation, so maybe we'll back it up just a little bit.
Yep.
Where are we going?
Rewind. I believe I was in the middle of saying something along the lines of, "Oh, Aaron, help me out. My brain just died."
Yeah, we were talking about the underwater city,
Yes.
and then Kurita's goals.
Yes. Yes, it appears that the city, I don't know if that was during the time of the sun or not, it was leagues below the Silent Lake, which is very deep, mind you. I got a little glimpse of that, incredibly deep, like so deep. But it appears that some form of the devouring came through, and that's what caused civilization to crumble as man upon man really, truly started fighting each other. And Octavia, like, as she's speaking, she's calling over the bartender, and she's just like, you can let him have a few more, but stop changing its water. She's watching out for Axel.
Here, wait. You watch as, with an almost magical hearing capability, Axel looks at you.
She's like, "Love, you have school tomorrow. I don't know if you see, but I would love to get ragingly drunk."
Octavia.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool. It's cool.
That's not even how alcohol works. It's been 5. I don't care how much you've drank. It's only been 5 minutes.
He pre-gamed
He's not gonna
before
hit
we
you
even
yet.
left.
It's
He's
cool.
just getting in character.
It's cool.
It's cool. It's cool.
Octavia's like, "Love, I want you to be awake and with it for classes tomorrow, because Lord forbid, something happen and you need to be up and at 'em, and then all of a sudden you're passed out face down on your desk."
Octavia, I'm gonna be perfectly fine.
Octavia, I'm gonna be perfect.
Just passed out. No, she's
I've got like at least another 20 minutes.
Until I die.
she just kind of looks at him and she's like,
He's just starting to sway.
yeah. She's like, uh-huh. Axel,
Oh, don't worry. If it gets too bad, I can just wish it away.
That's not something you should be using lightly.
using that for, but I feel like that's a little, yeah. She's just like, "You know what, love?
It's like
If
replicating a second level spell. I did that earlier. No one complained then.
Yes, but that wasn't to cure something that you can easily wait out and avoid entirely. The other time was because we're all a bunch of
But
secret
now he's
keepers.
making 2 wishes a day.
Yeah,
And
2
that's a
wishes.
problem.
2 wishes a day is a problem.
Okay.
I can sober up 3 people right now.
Februm and
Okay.
I will take
Don't
care
you
of you,
dare.
but do not go past what you can feasibly do without throwing up on me, alright?
Okay. I'll get some French fries. Hey, good night.
So it's
Good.
just
I like that
She's-
French fries are canon in this world now.
She's just making sure he's eating. Like, that's what Octavia's making sure he's drinking. She starts, like, ordering water so that he's at least drinking water, like a glass. She's like, "You have to finish your glass of water before you go to your next drink.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you need to
Okay.
and you need to eat as well as your drink, because that is how your body processes alcohol."
Yes.
do this
I
'cause
thought
love
Lily
you,
was
okay?
my mom, not you.
So like,
I'm the fun aunt, please.
what are we talking
right
about? The
now.
underwater city and Aosid? Like, what's going on there?
Aosid is. He was asking if. I'm assuming that's
If it
the
was
underwater,
similar,
the undertown ground.
Underground one.
Yeah. Are they similar?
No.
Okay. Well,
all right. No.
good to know. Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know, I've grown up on the lake my whole life. Is there anything you've wanted to know, dying to know? I know it's hard not to ask so many questions.
I think the main other thing, I don't remember if we talked about it extensively or not, but what was it that you got from the vault?
Ah, yes. I got a book from my people written about the lake and the silent one a little bit. Lots of stuff going on there. I haven't fully read through it, but very interesting stuff. I remember my mother used to compile histories and something that I didn't appreciate until. Anyways, and then I also got this stone. And she definitely pulls out the stone and she shows it to him. It's meant to hold water, and it is called a insert name of stone here because Julia's dumb and doesn't remember, but Octavia definitely
Transmitter?
does. Yes, thank you. And it's called a transmitter, but I don't know how to work it, so maybe you can help me.
You watch
I
Axel
guess
like
go.
flick some water on it, and it like sticks to the rock and starts circling in its crevices.
Axel, have you used one of these before?
No, I saw you do it under the sink.
You were watching?
No,
He
your
also saw me-
memory of you doing it. the sink.
Okay.
He also saw me bleed all over the closet. It's fine.
That was real life.
And he kind of and he
Octavia just
kind of
kind of
starts messing with the tablet.
he just did. Octavia just kind of looks at him like
That
she's
was-
gonna say something and then just decides the better of it and just like completely
it's
glosses
a long
over.
story.
Axel will lean in and he's like, "That was the first copy of the map. The second copy's in the book."
He kind of looks up and like taps his third eye.
Ah, right. Creepy eye. Got it. I mean, not that it's just the things that it does is creepy. Not that you're creepy.
Mm-hmm.
She just kind of throws it away.
Right.
Not that I don't find you creepy. It's just the things that it can do is. You have to admit, it's a little weird.
I'm still trying to figure it out myself, so I get it. And he'll go ahead and investigate the rock. the stone.
Investigation.
Make it an Arcana check.
Ooh.
That's a new one.
Good, because my Arcana's -1.
My Arcana's +2.
That's better than -1.
My investigation's +6.
Can I persuade this rock to work for me?
Okay, that's not bad. 16.
16. You kind of take a second and you look over this and you see the little specks of water that Axel had kind of flicked on the rock are swirling around, kind of tracing the engravings on the rock. And as you kind of get closer and you pick it up, you see that they're glowing slightly. The water itself has almost taken on a luminescent property. Not something that you've necessarily seen or dealt with before, but as you kind of feel it out and you're getting this sense of its magical capabilities, it pings with your eye. This is kind of the same generation of tech. So this is something from long before the Devouring was a thing.
It seems to be a similar for I suppose from a similar time to my eye.
Oh,
have-
twinsies.
have have does it only do this with water? Have you tried any other
If you mean, like,
substances?
Blood, then no, I have not. I don't like. I might be interesting to try, but only behind closed doors. I don't want to go like cutting open my hand just to try this in the middle of a bar. Not the weirdest thing they've ever seen, I'm sure, but certainly not something I want to
What about
experiment
juice?
with right now.
I mean, it's
Juice,
you could
perhaps.
try juice.
Vodka, always
alcohol.
lovely.
Oh, by the way.
I suppose.
Did you finish your water?
Yeah.
And you didn't just throw it over your shoulder, because Perseus will tell me if you did.
Yes, I definitely finished my water.
Okay.
Another
ahead.
one, please.
He like looks at her like waiting for her to like nod her head. She just like
As Axel begins to down his next drink, his minor illusion over his water glass goes away, and you see that it is halfway full.
I knew it. I knew it. was
Perseus
lying.
like bats at his legs.
He's like, hey!
Februm kind of looks out at his hand and goes, I mean, I suppose it's kind of my usual thing, and he like makes like a flicking motion with his index and his thumb, but like in that flicking motion he pricks his index finger, and he kind of like draws a little bit of blood along the seam.
You did not have to do that in the middle of the bar.
Go ahead and take an HP of damage. 1 point.
Sure.
And you watch the blood as it touches the rock changes from a red crimson to a deep dark black.
Ooh.
As it begins to kind of wrap its way around, following the same grooves as the water was.
Do you suppose that was
Well,
it?
Certainly have had a clearly different effect. I don't know what it's doing specifically.
Februm, make another Arcana check real fast.
15.
Okay. So, seeing this kind of outside, and not like on your body, kind of connects something for you. Your eye is embedded in your forehead. It's kind of pinned in there. And you know from kind of past experience with it, remembering your father use it and such, that it never has any power when it's not connected to someone. Like, the artifact itself doesn't have power or ability until it is embedded onto someone. And in this moment, you're not sure that the transmitter, needs to be embedded, but connecting its timing, you start to make connections that blood is almost used as a conductor for energy in some of these ancient devices.
Interesting. I. Sorry, rephrase that. I think that for a lot of these older artifacts, I suppose you would say, it seems like blood is a very important conduit of power for them.
Terrifying and dark. Anything else?
I don't know if it requires more of a constant stream per se, or just a little bit at a time. I suppose it might depend on the item itself. But it could also take into account the blood of the user that adds to it, I suppose.
So, like, maybe your blood turned black because it wasn't right? Or...
Inconclusive. I'm not sure yet.
Well, I'm not about to stab myself like you are out in the open. I'll wait until the privacy of our dorm room, in which
Fair
case,
enough.
limited privacy. But certainly an experiment for a different time. I would much appreciate your presence when such a time arises.
Yes, I certainly need to get some sort of base of operations set up somewhere I
talk
can properly
about,
research and have a lab per se.
We can expand the room, can't we? I'll have
I'm sure
to,
we could try. It's worth a shot.
with Axel's help, when he's not so blasted drunk, perhaps we can put some magic into the room.
I'm not drunk. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's only a matter of time. Finish your water.
Fine.
Because I love you. Thank you.
Because I love you.
He finishes his
Thank
water.
you.
She's just like, because I love you.
It's also about this time that the rest of your party joins in, kind of
Nice.
entering in through the front doors.
Waved over, and before anybody could say anything about Axel, she kind of like puts a hand on his shoulder, and she's like, "I've got it all under control. Februm can vouch for me. Perseus and I have got it. Don't even worry about it."
Hey, welcome in, everyone. Let's do a round. Let's do shots. Yeah.
You have
Does that
to
sound
finish
good?
another glass of water for lying to me.
Another glass of water and 4 shots. These squints.
Make it 5. Somebody will finish it.
6? Wait.
How many? And Octavia will also like just get some food, some like snack stuff, like fried whatever's on the easiest, just so that people are.
I mean, they definitely like. There's pretzels. There's fries.
Pretzels.
There's
Hell yeah.
probably, you have fried pickles.
Hell yeah! We've got ourselves a good like
Oh,
base of
I love
like
fried pickles.
snackies.
I
I
love
do too.
B-dubs.
Fried
I
pickles.
love B-dub.
This is B-dubs. Wait, we've got another place as Olive Garden. This is our B-dubs.
This
Like,
is our
Yeah.
B-dubs. That's
There is-
so
Oh my
funny.
God.
There is probably
didn't-
fried chicken. Let's be perfectly
Yes!
honest.
If you didn't- If you didn't go
Buffalo
to
wings.
like these bars to watch the game, you went to these bars to watch the fight.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
that
I
makes
love
so much
that.
sense because they're watching the live fights and B-dubs
Yeah.
has so many TVs. I'm
Uh-huh.
crying.
Oh, and it's not B-dubs, it's beat ups.
Oh no.
That's just like Tuesday nights. Tuesday night beat-ups.
But anyway, back
I
at
can't.
Stick and Poker.
I hate.
Yes.
Everyone has their drinks. I would like to say that you have your own little table. That you've a booth. You have a booth.
Oh, We have one of
There's-
those booths
there's a
where it's
corner
like
booth.
curved
Yep.
around. Hell yeah. I'm all
Yes.
about
The
this
best
life.
booth. Yeah.
Yeah. But everyone is seated with drinks. If anyone wants to talk about anything, Axel's like, I thought people were gonna be asking me questions.
Well, we did, and
What,
then you
like
drank
hot
like
seat?
5 drinks
Or,
within
like,
the
real
first,
question?
like 10 minutes of us being here.
I mean, I thought we were coming here to drink. I thought that was like
This-
kind of the point.
It
So
it
no
was like a
questions for
casual
you?
drink, not
Were
a
we
let's
not?
get crunk kind of drink, but
What? There's
to each their own.
There's different
They're
kinds of
Zephyr's
different?
double fisting
Yeah.
shots that he just slowly puts
This-
one down.
Yeah,
There's-
see Zephyr's with me.
she like looks at him like, thought I told you. Like she's like, yeah, no, it's not.
Axel, can you still answer our questions?
Sure. Yep.
Are you like super old? Or from like a really long time ago, I mean?
That one.
Yeah, but how long?
I don't know.
Like 7?
7? Maybe
I
8.
mean, more than 7 years, I would say. Probably more than 7 decades.
7 centuries?
How long has the devouring been present?
I don't know.
Time.
Let's say like 2K. To be safe.
2000,
Okay.
2000 years.
That sounds
Yeah.
scary.
Were you like?
That joke is gonna go over so many people's heads.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah. um. So, did you know anyone cool?
Oh yeah, I mean I knew like lots of cool people. Oh, there were all these like shiny people that like they were like stars. Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
They were saying it's 2000 AD after devouring.
yeah,
Sorry,
I mean, it's official now.
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
off guard.
Wait, so they were like shiny? Like, people were right?
Yeah, they were like they like kind of like embodied starlight and stuff. It was like super cool.
Oh, any notable figures in history that like we have learned in our classes?
I mean, definitely no one that you know about.
I don't know.
You know, that makes sense
I mean-
actually, because of the repressed
I mean, there-
history and what we know, etc.
There is this one guy. He was like super cool. But he's like kind of like a stickler sometimes, and like I don't know.
What
Who-
was
He,
his
like-
name?
Axel like looks at you, Lily, and he like gives you a little like cockeyed look.
What? Okay, this might be a stupid question. There are still stars in the sky right now, right?
Yes.
I mean, not maybe like immediately, but just in general, we've seen stars.
They're
Okay.
very sparse. Very.
That's
sparse.
fine, but I know what a star is, and
Yes, you do
I've
know what a
never
star
seen
is.
these people. So, like, where are they?
They're like in the up there, I guess.
Yeah, but why aren't they here? You said you met them.
Oh yeah, but that was like before like the mortal plane got like infected with this like disease thingy.
So they left us
Right.
because we got diseased.
Is it devouring?
I guess.
Well, they sound right nice, don't they?
Are they
That
like
became
strong?
very Australian. I'm sorry, that was not.
Oh, there. I mean, like it depends. I mean, a lot of them died, so like they can't be that strong.
I guess that's true. Yeah, well, fuck them then.
But like,
Oh no!
Axel looks at you again, Lily, and it's like.
Dunking on my own character.
So funny. No, fuck that guy.
You can catch our prequel one shot, our prequel 2-shot on the Dungeons and Death Saves YouTube channel.
Woo!
Mm-hmm.
But Axel kind of looks at you one more time, and he does this kind of like wave like around you, like he's like pushing something away. Like,
There's
Weird.
something here.
What you doing?
I mean, not like actively, but like
Oh. Well, that's good.
I don't know. You just remind me of the cool guy.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Lily is a cool guy, yes, indeed.
I'm like a cool guy.
Mhm.
At
I'll
least.
drink to that.
Sure.
No.
Stop.
Yeah. So
Finish your other glass of water, Axel, before I make you
yeah,
finish it.
yeah, water.
You choose Zephyr.
Mhm.
Finish that water now.
Water.
The bartender just brings one of those like carafes of water.
Oh,
and
it's a
just,
whole
like,
pitcher.
sets it- Yeah, just sets it
With a
in front of
straw.
Axel. Yep. Good.
Axel downs it surprisingly fast.
Well,
Like-
At least it's happening.
Well,
Unnaturally fast.
Mm.
Zephyr is looking down at his
Mm,
hands
you're
and like
right.
starts nudging Axel.
What?
I have the power. When I lay my hands on something, I can sober us without you having to wish to be sober.
Don't
So
you dare.
In what?
He
I
doesn't
said,
want to
don't
be
you
so.
dare. Mm-mm.
I will kill you.
Well, no. I'm not saying right now. I'm just saying, like,
Okay.
if things.
Okay.
I mean, I promised Winnie, so I'm not going to.
Mm-hmm.
But if something were to
man.
happen and someone needs to sober up, I got you.
Cool.
And 2 other people.
Beautiful. So, anything else? Anyone?
Yeah, is there anything about the past we need to know about, or can we just, like, do whatever we want now?
I mean, I feel like you should know a lot of things about the past, but I don't know where that like is supposed to lead, and that feels like a really long conversation.
We kind of know a lot, don't we?
Yeah, like kinda. Yeah.
Huh.
You can see it's like it just hit Axel like a train.
Yep.
maybe we should continue this conversation.
We'll reconvene at a later date with this conversation. For now,
Yeah.
I suppose we should just enjoy
I'm gonna go
our
sign up
night.
for a fight.
Oh,
Axel,
probably.
not,
I don't
not while you're
know.
drunk,
I'm gonna-
please.
No,
put
let's
my
let
hand on
him.
I
And-
just don't
Yeah,
He's
he'll learn his
drunk.
lesson.
wish.
I've
Guys,
taught him plenty of times about the importance of knowing your limits and being able to handle yourself.
he could die.
She like
He
makes
could
a very
also-
like, well, this is
I'll
not
help him. I'll
no
bring him
hold
up.
barred night. This
Zephyr,
is
without
like,
thinking, looks
he
over
could
at Fevin
also
and goes,
kill
remember what
someone."
happened last time?
Axel makes his
fine.
way over to the arena.
He could also. He has wishes.
Okay. What if
He
he
could
wishes
kill
to kill the
someone.
other person? That's what I'm afraid of.
That's what I'm saying.
Two of
We
them,
should
like,
get him out of there.
That's yes.
Axel jumps into the arena.
Zephyrs gonna put his hand.
We
on his
gotta.
mouth.
I'm gotta go. We should
Yep,
go.
Zephyr jumps in
no.
after him
no,
Octavia
no,
kind of
no.
sits
to try
back
and like
she's
sober
just
him,
like,
to get to him so he can sober him up.
He had a little bit of head start on you, so you
And
Mm,
I am not letting you.
what?
Athletics roll?
yeah, go
Or
ahead and make
acrobatics?
so it'd be athletics from Lily. It's acrobatics or athletics from Zephyr, as you're kind of trying to push
Well,
past.
they're the same. So,
Is that me also?
are you helping? Can you give me advantage?
I'm trying to get to Axel
'Cause-
also.
I'm the one who can sober him up if I touch him.
That's fair.
So if you're helping, the help action gives me advantage,
I'll
right?
I'll do that.
Is
I
that
guess.
correct,
All right, I
DM?
guess
Yeah.
I guess I'm
Sure.
gonna throw a d6 on this for good measure before I know the outcome.
Yeah.
Okay. Nat 20.
25.
25.
What's your total?
My total 24, but it's a
Oh.
So, you, even with a natural 20, you're not able to push past Lily completely. You kind of...
I just grab him by like the collar. I'm like, come on, Zephyr, it'll be a good experience.
You
What
kind
if
of...
he kills someone?
You, like, slip around Zephyr and eventually break free from Lily's grasp. But Lily delayed you enough for the fight to start. And as you kind of get to the edge of the arena, you look over just in time to see the other opponent rush forward. They kind of lunge forward with a rapier and they cut, like, the side of Axel, kind of, like, barely kind of scraping his kind of hip area. He missed with his shield. He goes, ow! And throws up his hand. He casts a 5th level Hellish Rebuke, and the fight is over.
Ah.
I'm
The other person hits the ground hard, but it is like awake, a little crispy.
Little crispy.
But perfectly fine.
Okay.
The medics do a quick kind of like check up. He just went unconscious.
Oh, good.
He was still a combatant.
Lay on hands on him.
This other person was still a combatant. They still had decent amount of hit points.
Okay.
Not enough for 60-10 though.
If he had gone higher, he would have killed him.
I mean, let me make sure. Ooh!
Wow. The people I've been fighting have less than 6d10 hit points. That's astonishing.
Not all of them. You've been fighting higher level ones.
I just mean there are people who I've been fighting who have like 30 hit points.
Yeah. This is like a one hit.
Yeah, this is like
We
one
fought,
turn,
that's what
2
Zephyr
attacks.
was at.
Fun.
Yep. But Axel collects a little bounty, walks back up. He's like, see? Wasn't that great? Okay, let's go back.
Jeez.
All right.
Oh, real quick. Did any of you guys feel like you were being... Oh my gosh, excuse me. Like you guys were being watched or listened to during our, like,
I mean, I'm
entire
watching and
conversation?
listening.
Yeah, but there was like a,
No.
like an outside presence.
Oh,
Can't
no.
say that I noticed.
If somebody was paying attention, I feel like I would have noticed. Or at least Lily would have, because, you know, Lily's always noticing.
Maybe it was just me then, but right around when the conversation was over, I felt like I was being watched.
Was it like they're watching your mind?
A little bit. Yeah, it felt like they were trying to, but they didn't, I don't think. So I think
Well,
they
I
were trying to
can't do
find out
that
where I
one.
was.
And
So
you
I
don't
blocked
know
them out,
who it
but-
could be?
Mm-mm.
Well, good.
Felt
I'm-
familiar.
I love
but-
to know that we're being tracked.
Hmm.
It felt familiar, like, as in someone you know.
Like
I-
good familiar or bad?
There's definitely a difference.
Don't know. I don't recognize the feeling, but it seems like I felt it before. So I don't know.
That can't be good.
Well, let us know if it happens again. We'll be on the lookout.
Yeah, we'll do.
We'll tackle whoever it is communally, as a family.
Murder as a family.
Does anyone have any other specific questions they want to talk about?
Not at the moment.
Not right now.
Oh,
We're just vibing.
then the rest of your night kind of goes swimmingly. Axel doesn't drink anymore, but all of the alcohol that he had consumed up until this point begins to hit him. We're just gonna make some checks for Axel.
At any point that Octavia puts her foot down, Zephyr can sober him up.
Well, I just want to see how bad it gets before.
Yeah.
Because it's part of the fun.
Yeah. Axel
You're sadistic.
does pretty well. By the time that you're walking home, he's definitely we're taking 2 steps diagonal left, 3 steps diagonal right. But forward progress is being made, and he is able to hold his own.
I think Octavia will hold Zephyr back from doing so until they get back to the room. Specifically because he wanted to drink and go out and have the experience, and she's just gonna make sure he gets a good night's sleep.
All right. So at some point when we get back, I'll lay on hands him and he's sober again.
Yeah. So when you go to lay on hands him, the energy goes through, but there's a moment where it's kind of rebuffed. Doesn't feel purposeful or aggressive in any way, but it's like trying to charge a battery that's already full. There's just no more space for this energy to go, but it kind of makes connection with something and goes through inevitably.
Well, that was interesting.
But the night does come to a fairly cheerful conclusion, and sleep does inevitably come to all of you.
Sleep.
Let's go.
And someone that's not here potentially has a dream. And then everyone wakes up. Monday morning. Classes have begun once again. So you know what that means. That means we're gonna all roll class checks and see what everyone's doing. So we're gonna go down the list. Octavia, sleight of hand check. Or
You got it,
deception
babe.
check.
Either
It's
way,
an
it
either
doesn't
or.
matter. It really doesn't matter. Because we're getting a 25.
What is that?
But I will say, which one did you go with?
I did, honestly, brain didn't think about it. Sleight of hand.
Okay. You get a couple looks from Hopper throughout the week. And the occasional eye roll is not the right word for it, but
like a you can do better than that.
yeah,
kind
no,
of
it's
look.
it's like when a teacher, that's the feeling you get when a teacher is like, you can do better, and you're choosing to do the easy thing.
He's right. She just kind of waves him off, just whatever,
mhm.
it's been a rough week.
Yeah, but that is a success for you.
Nice.
Next up, Lily, Winnie, Februm. I need con saves.
16.
16.
18.
18.
18.
More successes.
Nice.
It is
Hell yeah.
another strange, physically challenging, but not terribly difficult for your group. You're starting to find a rhythm to the madness and chaos that Daisy is constantly introducing to these situations. And through breathing techniques, focusing on solid objects and points in the room, you're able to make it through this week without any bodily harm, injuries, or anything of that sort. Next up, Zephyr, I need a survival check.
I could do that. 15.
15. Coming off of last week, you've kind of made some realizations, and start going with the dried out ingredients, the salted ingredients, things that are getting maybe not taste the best, but are going to keep for long periods of time and mix well. And you're starting to get that gist of making a good, hearty trail mix.
Let's go.
Next one is just Al. Have him roll that later. But that brings us to Fight Club. So I got Lily, Zephyr, and Axel making an attack roll of some type.
Ooh.
26. Just stab.
Dub.
13.
Oh no. Okay, so Lily and Axel. Axel kind of gaining some footing, breaks out on his own. And you watch as the two of them are swerving in and out, kind of purposely staying on opposite sides of the room. Maybe not intended by Lily, but definitely intended by Axel.
Yeah, Lily's just like taking any challenge that comes her way.
And Axel has made sure that he will not be a challenger. As you kind of continuously brawl and move, you see that there are groups that are kind of starting to form. Starting with like 3 or 4 individuals that have decided to kind of team up together to take on some of the more challenging people. They haven't quite caught up to your level yet. You're able to continuously hold your own. But you see some strategy is starting to be formulated between individuals to kind of hold their own and not constantly just be beaten down by the stronger opponents. Zephyr.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with your mind kind of being elsewhere, and without Axel looking like for your back, there are several times where people come up at you from behind and are able to get good strikes in. Unfortunately, you did fail the check. Just barely, though.
Can I pick how I fail?
Absolutely.
I think Zephyr's gonna get a little cocky, and pull an opposite of Axel, and try and make himself a challenge for Lily.
Oh, goes after Lily.
Just to see where he stacks up. Not so much like a cockiness, but so much of like a, all right, we're gonna see how well I hold my own, and he does.
Yeah,
not.
where's the bar?
Unfortunately, found the bar. It was in his face.
Are there any challengers that are like standing out as like, oh wow, this person seems to be stronger than many of the other people?
I think you run into a couple of people from what's their group called? The Skull Crushers.
Mhm.
That put up a decent challenge. I would say no one from Borden bores you.
Okay.
Some are stronger than others, but there is a tactical precision that is seem to be taught at that school. And you actually notice that some of the first groupings of students together are at least led by an individual from Borden.
Okay.
But yeah. With that, just leaves Februm, Winnie, Axel, and Octavia to make a mental check using your spellcasting ability modifier. Or a mental check of your choice.
Charisma.
Beautiful.
That's all I got.
A mental check?
Yep.
What do you mean?
Like could I just add, you mean like wisdom or just like a specific skill?
So for anyone that's got spellcasting, it's probably going to be your spellcasting ability modifier. So Winnie, you'll be a wisdom check.
Okay.
No proficiency or anything like that. Just
You said no proficiency?
No proficiency.
So just straight
mod. Yep. Straight
Okay.
charisma for Octavia, straight wisdom for Winnie, Februm intelligence?
Intelligence, yeah.
Axel will be charisma.
I got
21.
a 17.
17, 21, 18. Ooh. Everyone looking good. Let's see what Axel did. Oh yeah, he'll be fine for this week. Yeah, everyone is starting to get it. Even Octavia, who this isn't something that you were like thinking you were going to be doing well. For the first time, I think you conjure a bit of water in front of you. Just for like a minute, and it kind of dissolves afterwards, but there's a moment where you're kind of focusing with your hands together, and a bead of water forms out of the air, kind of solidifies, and then kind of drops like rain. But yeah.
Fascinating.
So that's the classes. But I should say, Monday morning, when everyone wakes up, an announcement is made of sorts. Everyone receives a notification on their wristband. A little email that has been sent out campus-wide that says... from Collective Headmasters. I hope everyone is enjoying the festivities and the educational experiences. Now I want everyone to be on their best behavior this week. We are expecting quite the lustrous guest come next weekend. She shall be presiding over the next festival activities, should you choose to participate.
If this is a Fenzi, I'm finna scream.
That'd be crazy.
Ooh. Oh boy.
With that message, you see there's a lot of speculation that goes around about who's it gonna be, who is this lustrous guest. But I've been talking for a while. Is there anything that anyone wanted to do during the week? Anything that anyone wanted to check in? I have a couple more things, but see how y'all are feeling.
I mean, Octavia definitely wanted to kind of roam the city. Just kind of maybe look for usual haunts. Because
You looking
she's
for
missing
signs?
someone. Mm-hmm.
Alright, make an investigation check.
Oh boy, I suck at that. It was a 14.
You look around, kind of checking usual haunts and locations, and while things have changed, things have moved. There's no visible sign that the person you're looking for has left anything for you.
Okay. I think she does this for a couple of nights. And if anybody's paying any attention to when she returns, she just looks a little sad. But that's it.
Would say, added this to Octavia's sheet previously, but as you get some time to look at the locket, and as you kind of sit with it for a while, its properties are revealed to you.
Yes! Yep.
And it is a locket of protection from detection of location.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's kind of, maybe that's what she did so well on in her magic class, is she was able to properly identify what the thing was that he gave her.
Kind of like
and it's
as you
accurate.
were like connecting with like the magic in and of yourself, you connected with the magic in this object.
So like she stays up, Octavia stays up rather late anyways. She seems to have no trouble falling asleep. Just because she doesn't really dream all that much, and so she doesn't have any weird sweaty dreams to fear when she goes to bed. But they'll probably see her turning over this locket in her hands, either nervously or just like looking at it. But yeah, that's it.
Max,
What's up?
I would like, and tell me how much this is going to cost. I'm not expecting it to be much. Sometime during the week, I would like to go to the markets and buy whatever I have to buy to get a single, preferably cherry or mulberry seed.
I mean, it's more of a
some
walk than
tape.
it's a like cost. Because as soon as you walk over to the Eastern District, closer to the Everbright, there are like several different like seed dealers and stuff. You probably have to ask a couple people to where you get like tree seeds, as most people are selling like herbs and like wildflower seeds and stuff that's a little more aesthetic.
Yeah.
But you get to some of the shops that are probably right by the entrance, and they've got seeds or saplings, whatever you would need to kind of grow something on your own. Cost you a gold.
Does tape exist in this world?
Sure. Yes.
I would also like some tape.
Okay. They kind of give you everything you would need to plant this seed, in kind of a medium-sized pot.
Perfect. Alright, cool. So I get all that, and I pay the gold for it. And that is all I want to do this week.
Zephyr, as you're heading back to the academy and stuff, probably on one of your evenings you went out shopping, you get a message on your wristband that seems to be from Phyllis, one of the professors.
Okay. Is that the cooking one?
No, this is
Librarian.
the librarian.
Okay.
Requesting you come visit her office to kind of unpack and talk things through so much as you wish. She also
Well, I
mentions
can't
that she
read, so
has...
I don't think I have anything over to.
she also messages and says that she has several of Sai's possessions to go
that's-
through.
Also, that was a joke Zephyr can read, in case the DM was listening to that. Just to clarify.
You're all
The
good.
DM's always listening.
Always.
I know.
Writing stuff
That's
down.
why I
Always.
Yeah, so...
You catch it in
Zephyr
post.
Goes over.
Yeah.
And... I guess he does what he needs to do. there are a couple things, two primary things that I want to take from size belongings if I can find them.
Mm-hmm.
One would be she would probably have some kind of long blue cloth. Zephyr's gonna take that and kind of replace the little blue sash on his waist with that.
I will say these are belonging. Like, would she have had that on her?
Oh, like on her? Probably.
Because these are things that are kind of like left in her room.
She probably would have had a couple. It's kind of like how Zephyr has his red
Gotcha.
scarf.
Like if it's a one of a kind thing, it was probably on her when she disappeared. But if it's a copy, it's nicely laid out when you walk into Phyllis's office. She's got like a couple candles burning. It smells very pleasant. There's some like lo-fi music playing in the background. And Phyllis kind of welcomes you in. Doesn't say much. Just kind of takes a step back and lets you reach out to her if you want to, but shows you all of Sai's belongings. And you see that scarf. Phyllis welcomes it. Oh, yeah, yes, feel free to take what you need.
Well, I mean, she's not dead, so...
Of course.
I mean, I'm gonna bring her back, so...
Well, you better work very hard if that's your intention.
Yeah, I mean... That and a few other people I gotta go out and bring back, but...
Zephyr, why don't you...
It's more like a loan.
Why don't you sit down with me?
Oh, no. Okay?
Does he say "oh no" out loud like that?
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Yes. Oh, no.
Zephyr, I just want to make sure that your head's kind of in the right place and you're
Yeah, bringing my
thinking about
sister
all
home.
this correctly.
Finding her.
I'm more than happy to help you attain this goal, but I just want you to be aware that, well, rejuvenation and resurrection do exist. They are very, very difficult things. Maybe many years until you're able to obtain such powers.
The way I see it is no one has told me that she is dead, like directly told me that she is dead. And someone very close to me pointed that out. But until I see a corpse, I'm going to assume that she is still alive. And I will find her.
Zephyr, may I put a hand on your shoulder?
Sure.
Phyllis kind of like reaches over, kind of gives you like
I do want to clarify that like I'm kind of with someone, so if no, he doesn't say that. He doesn't say that.
Now, Zephyr, I don't.
Oh my god.
While it's true that your sister has been labeled as missing, there's no confirmation. I don't want you getting your hopes up when it's very unlikely.
Or is it?
Zephyr,
Zephyr makes a face of like the gear is turning.
Zephyr, I think we should set up some bi-weekly meetings.
I don't know. I think I've got some
Just to give you some time to speak through your thoughts and your emotions as they come and as you come to terms with things.
A good friend of mine said the other night, It's fine.
Is it?
I think
Zephyr?
you should be hanging out with other people.
Is it? Is everything fine, Zephyr?
Quit asking me that, man. Don't ask me that.
If you ask me to roll a deception, it'll be a 28. But Zephyr says, "Yeah, I think everything's good."
There's a possibility. Now with that roll.
Not higher than a 28.
Phyllis is like, well, when you do feel like you need to talk to someone who is more than happy to listen, I will be at your disposal as well as the rest of the faculty. Myself and Daisy are both highly trained in helping individuals cope with loss and coming to terms with situations.
Believe me, I am no stranger to that. So, but I will take that in mind. I do have a question for you.
Yes.
I'm sure she had more than one, but was her weapon recovered?
We were unable to recover anything.
I'm sure she probably had a spare in her room, or
There's
older one.
A couple non-magical items, some backups it looks like.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain she had her own special weaponry
Checks out.
that she kept on her person.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab one of her old ones if that's okay.
Yeah. There is a standard maul.
She wouldn't have a great axe, being a barbarian.
She was
know what
big hammer. That
Big
was her
hammer?
aesthetic.
Big hammer.
Big
So
hammer's
a
cool.
maul is a two-handed, like large hammer.
How do you
Maul's like a
spell it?
club.
Just like a maul.
MAUL.
Okay.
It's like
That
a
makes
big
more
club.
sense.
Place where you go shopping,
Yeah.
hang out with friends.
No, that's the Darth Maul where he gets his
Yeah, I'm
designer
gonna
Sith
grab
shoes.
that, and he's gonna
I
put it in
can't
his
with you
ring.
people.
Yeah.
Add it to his arsenal.
Add it to your arsenal. You kind of look over everything else. Phyllis says that you'll be able to access this stuff whenever you want. It's not going anywhere. Will probably be put in a safe that is will eventually become a resting place should they recover her body. For the time being, at least. But as you kind of turn to leave, Phyllis is, oh, I almost forgot. There was one thing that was, as we were going through Sai's belongings and such in her room, there was one box that seems to have been left to you specifically.
Oh no! I said I was fine.
It must be the savings from her missions and journeys.
No! Don't give Zephyr more money.
Stacks.
Oh my gosh. she's definitely more loaded than you.
And she hands over a medium-sized chest.
How much?
Do you open it here? Phyllis will be like, we didn't count it. We felt like that was
I think
impersonal.
Zephyr's hands start shaking a little bit, and he kind of starts tears start welling but not flowing. he's not gonna open them here. He's gonna take it back to the dorm and open it.
You go back to the door, you open it up, and it is filled with platinum.
How much?
Jeez.
There's 200 platinum pieces
Oh,
Let's go!
in this chest.
heyday.
I have so much money.
So how do you go through it? Do you like count it out individually? Because it's not labeled or anything that there's 200 platinum in here.
Yeah, I guess he would count it out. And then just start sobbing.
Holy shit.
Or, like, quietly crying to himself, not full on sobbing.
Sometimes you just need a moment to yourself like
Yeah.
that.
It's
I
probably a
don't
good
want to make
moment.
this entire session about me, so this can be something that we come back to on a different week. But Zephyr is going to want to pay a visit to Ephenzia at some point.
Understood.
Oh boy.
Noted.
Oh no.
But
I don't like that. No,
Before-
none of us do.
before we get there, as you're kind of going through the coins, you reach the bottom of the chest, and there's a moment where you kind of like turn it over, just making sure that it's empty, and you watch a little like almost note card detach from the bottom and kind of swing down and land on the floor.
I pick it up.
It says to Z in one corner, and then it says just dash psi in the bottom other corner, but the entire sheet in the middle is blank.
Is there anything on the back?
Kind of flip it over. It's blank other than those 3 things.
Do I have any magic things that I can check if there's any magic behind it?
As you think about that, we're going to jump over
Yes, please do.
Februm. As the week kind of progresses and goes on, you receive a little message, a little invoice. Ephenzia kind of requesting your presence at your earliest convenience.
I suppose I was planning on heading over there anyways. I suppose the lab can wait, and he'll go ahead and head out.
You make your way over there. The door opens. Ephenzia greets you for probably the first time. Oh, Februm, welcome in. Should you come in from the cold? There is no noticeable difference between the temperature outside and the temperature inside of her mansion.
Is it cold?
I wanted to offer my sincerest apologies. Well, yes, I did hate your parents truly and deeply, and relished in the moment to spite them in any cause.
Well, I mean, surely not my dad as much as my mother, at least.
Is anyone truly innocent through an accomplice?
All right, well.
Anyway,
Alright, well-
getting off the topic, I just wanted to tell you that you're more than welcome here at any time. And if you need help learning, discovering, piecing things together, I'm more than happy to offer my assistance. One time for free.
I want to know, is this...
Think carefully. It's a little more sinister with that last.
I just want to know that if you do know, is everything my mother is doing, is she of sound mind, or is she being affected negatively by something?
That's what you're gonna ask me? Huh. Yes, your mother is fine. Ambitious. Deranged in her own right, but not corrupted. If that's what you're asking.
All right.
Intelligence is his own curse.
Yes, I agree.
Also, did I hear you needed a place for a lab? I feel like I've heard that through the grapevine somewhere. I have several spare rooms if you were interested in setting up shop.
Perhaps you might have heard me mention it once or twice.
Wild. Coincidence.
Of course. I suppose this would be a fair place to set up.
Oh, beautiful. I'll clear out some of the gardening rooms. Just she like whips her hand. You don't see anything, but there is wild changes going on in the rest of the house as like you look down the hallway and you see furniture like running on its own through the hallways, fully animated.
I suppose here is good a place as any, since I'm sure you'll be watching me do it all, no matter where I am.
Yes, but now I don't have to scry on you.
Right.
Well, feel free to study, research, and integrate. Toodaloo.
Will do
She just
just
like
that, thank you.
drifts off into a corner.
He just stands in the corner waiting for him to come back, like.
You turn around, she's right there.
He's actually gonna go to the library.
Mm-hmm.
He has a couple things to look up before he talks to people. First thing he will look up is in this library, is there any other documented instances of body swapping?
As in
I'm
purpose
trying.
or accidental?
Yes and no, or I guess both. I'm trying to see if there's any other recorded instances of what happened to Lily.
Okay. Investigation check.
Okay. 21.
You start digging through stuff using kind of the center book as a context, or an index to the rest of the library, and find your way to a what would it be? Monsters of the Modern Age. And you start to find several different creatures that have this ability to kind of either possess someone, take over their body, switch positions with them. But as you're kind of reading through, there is one that sticks out in specific. It is usually some kind of mechanical being. Generally, it is a doll of some sort, described as being mischievous, fun, and playful for the most part. But there are several recorded contexts of the doll becoming overly possessive of its playmates and of lashing out at owners. A lot of these end with the death of the other individual, or the destruction of the doll, but in rare cases, through very specific contact, the souls can be transferred between the doll and the person. Well, it brings into question of some of the previous experiences of when a doll has killed its owner. It starts to go into like theory of, did the owner kill the doll in the owner's body, or did the doll kill the owner before they transferred souls? And it starts to kind of dive into, how do you know which person is what and who is who?
Okay. Is there a particular name listed for this type of doll? Or for this creature?
Yep, but I can't find it. Connor, do you
Is it the same name as normal?
They use the same name as normal, it's just got different lore.
It's a carrionet.
Okay.
Like marionette, but with killing.
Is that with a O? C-A? Sure, I'll figure it out.
A-R-I, yeah.
Second thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is what does the library know about puzzle boxes?
You ask what the library knows, and there are like 40 books that all try to fly at you at the same time and are caught on their chains.
They like,
They're like barking, like.
let me refine.
Recoils.
Is there a known cipher or a common cipher for puzzle boxes, or a blueprint of such item?
Make an investigation check.
Even better. That's a 23.
You find a book that has like the histories and intricacies of puzzle boxes. And the short answer to your question is no. Each puzzle box is designed specifically to be different. And to be difficult for anyone to get into. You have to pretty much rely purely on your own intelligence. There are even stories and tales of the people who made puzzle boxes made them too difficult for even the creator to get into.
Okay.
With a 23, there are contexts and pages that several different types of puzzle boxes had keys that bypassed a lot of their construct, but it was usually like a blood key. It was bound to a specific individual that could open this without issue.
Right.
There was never anything to steal.
Right. Okay. Cool.
But yeah.
I believe that completes my research for now.
Okay. Winnie, are you up to anything fun or interesting this week?
Oh,
Ooh.
I suppose I should ask, as I'm leaving, kind of throw the idea, I guess throw the question at Offenzia, about this so-called, guest.
Oh, you'll just have to wait and see the
Aw, no fun.
illustrious brilliance.
Oh my god.
There's a heavy
Hey.
eye roll.
Oh no.
About to be
It's
clowned.
Oh.
does not take actually make an insight check. I can't shouldn't just give it to you.
This
for
isn't
free.
insight. This is like intelligence.
Yeah.
I think I see what's going on.
I think I see what's going on
I
here.
see what's
16.
happening here.
Offenzia is just ticked off.
I understand.
This is like 16. This is someone that Offenzia has known for a while and does not enjoy their presence.
I believe I can put 2 and 2 together.
Oh.
Lovely. Well, have a pleasant weekend.
I
Uh-oh.
will try.
It's worse than we thought.
Yeah.
So Winnie, anything fun? Anything on your mind? Anything that needs done? Investigated? Thought
I
about?
don't- I think she's just very mentally and emotionally exhausted this week. So rather than trying to dig for any news or chats or information, she's just gonna kind of lay low, not really do much of that, unless something or someone reaches out to her first. But she's like, I need a break. So she's not trying to look for anything right now.
Understood. Lily, you up to anything?
Lily is very single-mindedly training this week. I think she.
My camera died.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
I think she is inviting Axel / dragging him along.
Axel like willingly follows you to do training.
Well, I don't know if he's willingly doing it as much as I want to. But for whatever reason, she seems very like, we need to do this.
Yeah, make make a couple of attack rolls for me.
By how much do you almost kill Axel today?
17, 15,
That just tells
23.
me that I can't roll these dice for Axel.
Uh-oh.
These ones. Oh shit. Axel keeps up with you. Without getting tired or discouraged. Keeps up with you solidly.
My boy. Well, it's Lily's boy, but our boy.
Our boy.
Yeah.
Our 2K-year-old son.
Yeah.
I think while they're sparring at one point, she kind of pauses and like steps back so that it's clear that she's stopping for a second. Axel, are you trying to do something? You have a goal.
I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know if I've, like, thought about it. Because, I mean, like, outside of, like, y'all, I don't know anyone here. Well, not necessarily.
You have entirely too much power to not know what you're doing.
I mean, I never really asked for it.
It doesn't matter. Whether you asked for the power or not, someone out there wants it. And someone will be able to take it from you. You can't rest idly and wait for it to happen. Because while you have that power, you must do something.
He kind of just, like, sits with it for a while. He desummons his sword. And kind of, like, goes and, like, sits up against a wall. I mean, like, what am I even supposed to do? The world's a completely different place than the last time that I was here. Everyone that I, like, have connected with is either much older or doesn't exist. I had a path at one point, but now it feels corrupted. Maybe that's too ironic of a word. Like, as far as I can tell, I was supposed to be a god. I was born into power. But I don't know, do I still try to be a god? And then if that case, which kind of god am I gonna be? I mean, mother was fiendish, dad was celestial. Seems like a little bit of a parental mix-up there. I mean, I don't even think I was supposed to be, like, conceived to begin with. I mean, glad to be here. Don't get me wrong. But I guess, do I try to fix the world? Is that my job? Like, I put it into chaos, so now I gotta pull it out of chaos?
You don't have to do anything in particular. If you don't want to be a god, you don't have to. Is that the place you see yourself? Ruling over the populace? Deciding the future of people whose lives are much shorter and more dangerous than yours?
I mean, to be perfectly honest, it just doesn't seem fair. I mean, like, I've done some pretty cool things, but like, I'm not a leader.
Well, then you won't be a leader. Not in a godly sense. When you have power, people will look up to you. But you don't have to pretend like you're above them. But you do have to respect the trust they've placed in you. Do you like the way the world is? 3 cities that we can't really go between?
I mean, I don't think anyone likes that. He like takes a moment. Lily, I wish you could have seen what this place looked like beforehand. It was beautiful. So many colors. Dozens of people flying through the sky.
Can I make a request?
What?
He says, I wish you could see what this place looked like before. And
Oh,
I'm wondering
no!
if he accidentally... Well, no.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he accidentally casts hallucinatory terrain.
No, I think he does. I think he definitely does.
And he accidentally starts creating the vision.
This, like, this training space that you've been experiencing and kind of, like, sparring in suddenly kind of, like, opens up as you watch this magic unravel from around Axel. And you see, you are, like, placed in this open field. I don't know if anyone has ever seen, like, Tomorrowland. But the scene where, like, they're in, like, that big wheat field and you see this, like, towering, beautiful, futuristic city on the horizon. As you, like, this crisp, like, perfect weather is blowing through and pulls aspects from... I'm just pulling references from social media and movies, but, like, you have the hovercraft, like, that the Atlanteans would ride in Atlantis, kind of, like, flying through the sky. And different people, different races, different creatures. There's moments where you're seeing people transition between different like creature types depending on what suits their needs. Everyone is integrated with different aspects of technology, and magic comes so easy to everyone around you as Axel continues to explain what everything looks like. It is a magical and futuristic utopia.
I feel like he probably has his eyes closed, so he isn't actually seeing.
Yep.
Axel, why don't you see what that looks like?
He, like, opens his eyes, begins to kind of look around. You watch as he stands up, and he kind of, you watch him unconsciously take control of the spell, and begin to manipulate it as he starts pointing out different landscapes. He was like, oh, I would go over here by the pond. The water tasted just like honey. It was beautiful. And then over here at the wildflower fields, and you watch the vision kind of shift around like you're in a observatory bubble just above all of these spaces. And you watch, like, for the first time in a while, Axel's face, like, lights up with, like, pure joy.
Yeah, I think Lily is absolutely beaming watching him describe all of this. And sure, she likes the vision, but she is really thrilled that he is so invested in something of his own creation. Axel, I think you have a pretty clear vision of what you want. I mean, it looks pretty clear to me.
He kind of turns to you. Yeah. I guess so.
And it seems a lot more fair. A lot of people have access to this power, this magic.
I mean, that's how it was always intended. Or at least that's what I was taught. An advancement for everyone to use. And Axel, like... It's weird for Lily. Axel is acting as if he's quoting something that Lily has no idea, like, what he's talking about. So he kind of, like, waves his hand, and he's like, an advancement for all.
It does sound right, doesn't it?
But I mean, it led to this. So I mean, not exactly that. Better in some way?
This is the baseline. This is where we were. We can't go back here. But we can go somewhere better. And next time, we'll be a bit more mindful about what we do with our power.
Axel, like, reaches down into his empty, like, soul hoister and reconjures his sword. He kind of stands in a readied position. To a better tomorrow, then.
Yeah.
And he continues sparring with you.
Yep.
Zephyr, any final thoughts about that piece of paper?
Yes, I wanted to do... Will you let me do, I forgot what it was called. Where is it? Would Divine Sense do anything with that?
You're more than welcome to try.
I'll try.
You let off a Divine Sense. Don't ping any of those, like, creature types or any contaminant on this device that matches a celestial, undead, or a fiendish presence.
I probably would have taken it to someone with detect magic in the party at some point to get them to take a look at it. Because I feel like there's some kind of message there, but I don't know if I have a way of accessing it.
Roll a D100 for me real fast.
I can do that. Nine.
Did you say 9?
You rolled
Yeah.
a 9 on a
Oh.
D100.
That's a 009?
Oh, Zephyr.
009.
Cool. So you're pondering over this. And it's beginning to frustrate you. Why would you leave a message that I can't read? That I don't know how to read? That nothing's going on, you're already gone, and you start getting more upset, not angry, but it begins to kind of mix with that sadness and that loss. And there's this moment where you just get frustrated and kind of hit your fist on the ground. And you watch this crackle come out of your bracelet. And extend kind of outwards from you. And you watch thousands of tiny, almost like dust particles freeze around you. Just kind of in a little sphere surrounding you. These little specks. And you see some of them attaching themselves to this card, kind of loosely. You almost get this sense that there's a magical aura on this card, but it's old magic.
I don't know what that means. I have an idea.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
Keep forgetting I'm a bard, so I see things that I expect to be negative, not negative, and that makes me very happy. 10.
10. What were you gonna do though? What was your first thing?
It's gonna take it to Axel.
Okay.
There's a pretty huge chance that I am with him. If it is during the course of this week.
So you kind of get up in this moment and go to find Axel. But as you kind of leave this bubble of frozen dust particles, you exit its sphere, and you just get this sense that all those particles, all those little specks, waiting for you to do something. Waiting for a command of some kind. And as you kind of leave the bubble, the specks disappear. Not like they're teleporting away or they weren't there to begin with, but you see them speed back up almost. You see that little ramping of them beginning to move back in different directions all over the place, and it's gone in an instant. But with that, I think that's where we're going to end it for tonight. couple more questions, couple other things to think about. But we'll save that for next session. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. Hope you had a great time. Sorry about some of our technical difficulties. I think we handled it pretty well, but Julia?
Drink water. I finished my Gatorade about halfway through and I needed to replace it with water and I never did, so don't be a me.
Oh.
Drink your water.
Drink your water. But yeah. Join our Discord, follow us on Twitter, all that good stuff.
The YouTube.
Subscribe to the
Get
YouTube.
uploaded every Monday.
Yeah.
We're getting there eventually. We're gonna come to Spotify. It's in the works. It's just gonna take a while.
Mm-hmm.
But watch us there. Tell your friends to watch us there. And yeah.
Thank you, and we're sorry.
We'll see you at the next session. Bye all.
Bye!
And I will not fix my chair.